Good evening, boys and girls. I just wanted to say that it was so good to see your faces tonight and talk to you. Even though we had a little technical difficulty, we'll all iron out those kinks and be good as new next Thursday when we meet again. And it was just so special to see you and for you to share all the fun activities you've been doing. And I know that you're still going to enjoy your schoolwork even though you're not with me, and you're doing a great job. So the moment you've all been waiting for on our story, Stink and the World's Worst Super-Stinky Sneakers, we are on our final chapter, chapter 10. So everything's gonna come to a head. The conclusion will be found out, and let's see what's going on with Stink. Chapter 10, Mr. Stinky. After the contest, Sophie of the Elves and Webster came back to Stink's house for pizza. Sophie passed the shiny golden clothespin trophy around for everyone to see. "Are you sure you're not mad about the contest?" Sophie asked Stink. "I know how much you wanted to win and get the golden clothespin trophy and everything." "That was before," said Stink. "Before I knew my friend was going to take me to the air freshener factory." Hint, hint. Sophie giggled. "And before I got to meet Professor Smeller in person, be a junior sniffer for a day. He told me I have the nose. What could be better than that? And I got something even smellier than a golden clothespin trophy." "What?" asked Sophie. "Spill it," said Webster. "I can't spill it," said Stink. "Never, ever, ever." He held out the vial around his neck. "In this vial is something even more vile than stinky perfume. Stinkier than C4H9SEH. That's skunk spray. Smelliest of all smells." Stink waved the open vial in front of their nostrils. "P.U." Webster ran for the window. Sophie's eyes began to water. "Behold! Genuine and for real, Ed to corpse flower. Professor Smelly went to Washington, D.C. before coming to judge the contest, and he smelled a real corpse flower named Mr. Stinky. And he got to take scientific samples. In this jar is 1 drop of super stinky essence of corpse flower. No lie." "You mean you're really going to wear that vial?" asked Webster. "Always," said Stink. "Now we're going to have to call you Super Stink," said Sophie of the Elves. "Then I'll have to call you Sophie of the Smells." "Hey, no fair," said Webster. "You're Super Stink and she's Sophie of the Smells. I want to be a smelly name too." "Webster, how about the Smellster?" "Webster the Smellster," said Stink. "Perfect," he said. "The Smellster." "Now all your friends are smelly," Stink, said Judy. How'd you get the name Stink anyway?" asked Sophie of the Smells. "Her," said Stink, pointing to Judy. I'll tell it, Judy said. "See, when Stink was a baby, Dad started calling him Peanut. I was jealous because Dad had always called me Peanut. So I tried to think of a new name. Then one day, Dad was changing Stink's dirty diaper." "Ew," said Webster, pinching his nose. "You want to be a master sniffer, you have to be able to smell dirty diapers," said Stink. "Professor Steve said so." "Okay, Professor smells himself a lot," said Judy. "Anyway, it was really stinky, so I started singing this song I learned in preschool." "Don't sing it," said Stink, covering his ears. "Sing it," said Webster and Sophie. "It sounds like Old MacDonald had a farm. My little brother smells so bad, stinky, stinky poo. With a stink, stink here and a stink, stink there. Here a stink, there a stink, everywhere a stink, stink. My little brother smells so bad, stinky, stinky poo." Sophie of the Smells and the Smellster joined in on the last verse. Sophie sprayed soda on Stink from laughing. Webster was clutching his stomach and rolling on the floor. "Ever since then, we called him Stinky Poo," said Judy. "Then one day, it got shortened to just plain Stink," said Stink. "And now, Super Stink," said Sophie and Webster. Super Stink couldn't help smiling. Today had given him a brand new philosophy of life. That night, as Stink drifted off to sleep, visions of corpse flowers danced in his head. Rumpelstinkskin, Stink the Nose, Moody, Way Official, Junior Sniffer was on his way. The end. Boys and girls, we have officially finished Stink and the World's Worst Super-Stinky Sneakers. That was so fun to read those 10, I can't talk tonight, those 10 chapters to you over the last 8 days. Stay tuned. I may start a new chapter book, or I may have a few things up my sleeve before I start a new one. So keep working hard, take your time, enjoy the outdoors, do a little work, then pause. You're doing just fine. Good night.